Well, welcome back to GIS Analysis at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. In this session, we're going to cover tools for converting. We already talked about feature vertices to points to convert lines to points in the last video session. In this video session, we'll talk about how to convert polygons to lines, and then how to split lines at vertices, unsplit lines, and then split lines using a point feature class. Let's start by using the Create Fishnet tool to make a square, and it will be a 10 by 10 square with an origin at 0, 0. And this time, instead of making lines for geometry type, change the geometry type from line to polygon. So this is going to create a polygon, and I called it test square. So the result is a polygon, and let's say we want to convert this polygon that represents a lake or something like that. We want to convert it to the line that would represent the shoreline. So we can use the feature to line tool to convert our polygon to a line. And I will call my output test square line. And then we can remove our original polygon feature class. So right mouse click, remove. So now we have a line which represents a shoreline, and it's just one polyline. Next, let's use the feature vertices to points tool to get all the points our one line is composed of. So in this case, I'll drag my line from the table of contents as my input. So that results in the 4 points that line was composed of. Now let's say that we want to create 4 lines. We could use the geoprocessing tool, split line at vertices. So we'll take our line and we'll split it at our vertices. And I'll name the output for my feature class line split at vertices. So the result is indeed 4 lines, and these lines were split at the vertices the original line was composed of. The geoprocessing tool unsplit line does the opposite. It merges lines that have adjacent, they share the common endpoint, and you could also say if they have the same attribute values if you want. So for example, you might have lines representing highways, and some of the lines are paved highway and the other are gravel highway, so you could use that field of whether it's paved versus gravel to merge all the paved lines together. So in this case, we'll take our lines that we split that were 4 lines, and we'll aggregate them into one line. And I output it to a feature class called unsplit line. And then here's where you could say for this field, it's the field which the aggregate is based on. So for example, if you had a field called surface type and you wanted all the gravel roads to be one line and all the paved roads to be another line, you would dissolve by whatever field you want. So the result is our original line. So basically the lines that were 4 lines now become one continuous line. Okay, we have our original line. We might want to split it at specific points. So I want to split this original line at these 2 selected points. So to do that, we can use the geoprocessing tool split line at points. So we're going to split our line with our 2 selected points, and we'll output it to a new line feature class. And this tool has a bug that typically it doesn't work very well unless you give it a small search radius. So let's give it a search radius of 0.1 in this example. And then what it will do is for each point, go out 0.1 and find the closest line to split. And then just OK to execute the tool. And the result are 2 lines. So this was originally just 1 line, and then it gets split. So here's the first split where it's split between these 2 points. And then here's the second split where that line is split between the 2 points.